feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
But he announced his album. Everybody was talking about the song, though. It's with Future, Money on Money, Future, Young Thug. He seemingly disses Gunna, and he's popping out now for interviews, and he did an interview recently, which we're going to get into as well. Maybe because he's just got like a motion for probation violation. He's staying very clear. He didn't even really want to speak on Gunna. Young Thug interview. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, it's a GQ interview. Okay, so we're going to watch this. He has some type of contraption on his face, some type of mask. Don't know what's going on with that. But he did drop this new song. And if we go look at the lyrics, people are attributing some of these to... Okay. I think they think these lyrics are dissing Gunna. These fuck niggas telling for nothing. So these fuck niggas telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friend. For whatever reason, people attributed these lyrics to Gunna. These fuck niggas telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friend. According to the annotations over here, they're saying he's possibly referring to Gunna or his own brother. Nah, he's definitely not. He's not dissing his brother, clearly. Who both took plea deals. Gunna's maintained he has not snitched. I mean, which snitches maintained they did snitch. And it's also should be known that the condition of Thug's plea deal state that he wished to maintain contact with Gunna and his brother. So, if he's talking about either one, his own words towards the judge was that he could speak or communicate with these people, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we could watch this interview and see what the hell he got going on. He did, I'll give you the spoiler a little bit because I watched some of it, like some clips. Apparently when he did get to the Gunna question, he kind of phased it out. He didn't really talk about it that much. But I'm wondering what's up with this mask.
We started recording this. News broke that the state of Georgia is seeking to revoke your probation.
Oh, so this was recorded a while ago. By the way, this is for GQ.
You might not know a lot right now.
What did y'all think about the song? I'm on YouTube now, so I can't play it. Did y'all like the song? Obviously, people love the combination of Freudian slip, Thug and Future together. But is this song a hit?
Do you know anything?
What kind of jacket is that?
That's Young Thug, but you probably knew that. Since breaking out in 2011, he's defined the sound of Atlanta rap. Young Thug was courtside at a Lakers game.
Okay.
Ask first.
I don't feel like people should see me. I mean, science making just fucking reconstruct, do something with the mask and get a clear picture. But just I don't know, hidden scars and just hiding things,
There's gotta be a vibe or a spiritual feeling or something that is channeling you into this place.
Yo, Thug, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I don't like this aesthetic shit already. I'm telling you this right now. All you niggas that want to get on the Cardi elusive, super extra weird, not saying Thug has never been weird, quote unquote, but this mysterious shit. Yo, Cardi's the only one that's killing the mysterious shit right now, okay? The reason why I think Thug is probably going to have a hard time, even if he's going to wear a mask, I'm like, I don't want to be seen. Brother, they hauled you back and forth from a jail cell to court for 3 years or 2 years, however long it was. And we involuntarily saw you every single day. We saw when you yawned, looked like you nodded off, when you supposedly received drugs. We seen everything you did in that goddamn courtroom. So for you not to be free and now you're like, yeah, I don't feel like nobody should see me anymore. All right, nigga, well, we tired of seeing your face anyway. We saw you 3 years in court, okay? And not dissing him. I'm just saying, I don't know if that elusive shit or mysterious shit works for everybody. I think it only works for one person right now, which is Cardi.
Feel big, Name my album is U.Y. Scooty. I feel like I'm one of the biggest stars. I did a lot, foundating this culture and, the new rap game that's happening right now. I'm out of this world.
That
Not
was
like God though.
Not like God though.
No.
Just like an artist.
Yeah. Under God. Under God, for sure.
Was there a moment when that realization arrived?
Yeah, I was actually in court. I was on trial.
Oh, you were on trial?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You didn't know I was on trial?
You had lyrics of yours used against you in court. How'd that feel?
I feel kind of crazy and cool because it's like, oh, everybody listen to me, you know?
Yeah.
But crazy, like the first fucking amendment is freedom of speech. Like it's crazy. Well, third or fourth, but like the top 5.
If I understand correctly, part of the terms of the probation are like there's certain things you can't talk about, right? On records now?
Like I can't do nothing like gang things or stuff like that on the internet.
Right.
I could really talk about what I want to talk about in music.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. So it didn't feel inhibited in any way on the new record? Didn't change the way?
Nah. I normally like rap about cool things, you know?
I do have a theory about the mask too, though. You know, and again, see if you rock with my analogies or my comparisons, but I like jail really takes a toll on all of these guys. It takes a toll on everybody, and to be incarcerated for 3 years and just thrusted in front of a camera, like a lot of times you're not the healthiest or whatever. Like, I mean, look, very extreme example, but Vibes Cartel for 13 years. He came out, nigga looked like he had a frog head. Found out he had Graves' disease. I think Thug is still acclimating to societies. I don't know if he had health problems or whatever, but we did see him gain some weight while he was locked up. Even his face started looking a little bit different while being in court, and really was just, it's a very different lifestyle. So I think once he gets back to the regular shit, I don't think he's going to be wearing a mask this whole time. I think this is probably just to be a little bit edgy, try to keep a little bit mystery because he hasn't really said much since his incarceration, and probably the fact that he was locked up and who knows, nigga might have a skin condition or some shit like that. Like, what I've learned in this industry is like sometimes we overthink it. Sometimes if a nigga's wearing a mask, nigga might just have like something going on, bro. Like it's that simple. It's not like, oh my God, this guy's like, no, never usually that.
I just got like a few lyrics where I just rap about street stuff.
Uh-huh.
And those are the lyrics that they try to use against me. But
yeah.
most of the time I don't rap about that type of stuff, you know?
Does it make you think twice about rapping about street stuff?
Yeah, because just like the impact that you got on the community, the youth, and not because of like the law. It's more so just like realistically, like kids actually listen to us. Like, all right, we got to like dumb it down. So, I listen to like new rappers now and I'm like, my kid can't listen to that. That's great.
Really?
So I'd be like, damn, like so contradictory.
What can you say about the experience of being incarcerated for more than 2 years?
It was real.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal with it again, but definitely it was real.
Were there moments if you wondered if you would ever get out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Are you thinking about yourself, your family, your career? Like, where does the mind go?
Family, kids, just, career was like last.
Mm-hmm.
That was like relevant.
Really? Because you I mentioned this before, but you went in at the height, the pinnacle. I could see wondering am I going to get that back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get it back.
Yeah, jail doesn't really hurt people like that. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm going to use Youngboy for that example. I think Youngboy aura points went up by going to jail. I think people are more anticipating his music. I think people are appreciating him more. Like, again, he's always a huge star, but I think right now, him just getting out, they haven't been, sometimes Youngboy overexposes himself, and I don't think by his own doing, but he does so much and he gives so much to his audience, they take it for granted. And it's not until they have a legit, valid reason why they can't get any piece or part of him, that they start appreciating him a lot more. For example, now. So Young Thug, no matter what, Young Thug's a legend. Whenever he had gotten out, people were going to be intrigued to hear his conversations about, do you still fuck with Gunna? What was your experience in there? What was, what I mean? So, yeah, I think his career, no matter, even if he was locked up for 4 or 5 years, I don't think that's for everybody, though. But Thug's a legend. It just is what it is.
Because as an outsider, it was crazy to watch. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy is at the top of the craft, and now he can't do the thing that he does.
It happens like that sometimes.
Does it happen like that?
I said sometimes.
Sometimes. I think it would be human to feel in that situation like a great injustice is being done to me. Did you ever feel that way?
Absolutely. Every day.
Really? Every day?
Yeah. Innocent man.
It ended up being the longest criminal trial in Georgia history, I think.
Yes.
Something so crazy that never had happened before happened, and you were at the center of it. Did it feel personal?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully personal.
Yeah.
But shit, we made it back.
Is that a crazy feeling to be like, I'm this big and I'm also in a cell?
Yeah. I think I'm too big for jail, but I think like I'm not too big for God.
Yeah.
So like God could put the biggest person in there. I feel like I'm taller than the jail, but somehow he could just like squish me in there. I think it was like a God thing, just showing me like, you know, situations, real friends, and who you with you, and how to move and how to be, because you are UI Scooty.
Tough to feel bigger than the jail when you're
For sure.
in the jail.
Yeah. It's just like how I was treated, how the officers treated. It's just like, damn, I don't got no business here. Like the fucking officers who work in the jail are fans. Like
They were?
working, they 20 years old. It's like, damn, you're a kid.
And they're
Telling
fans.
me what to do.
Telling you what to do. Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. My kids tell me what to do. My girl, everybody tell me what to do, but like to actually just sit like why I'm on punishment and you guys are my parents.
You guys are my parents, except you're gonna go home and listen to the record maybe.
Yeah, you like parenting me and telling me like you the fucking one, bro. Like what you say on this song, like what? It's just like so crazy. Like,
That
wow.
must be a very insane feeling.
Yes, I think God put me in there for a reason, and I know.
Yeah, what's the
friend
reason?
situation. I don't know. I think like because I always felt like I was a good guy, so it was like, why do I got to go to jail for you to like show me something? Why you just can't tell? I guess I was just hard, and I think.
You know, and I'm sorry if I Vibes Cartel you guys to death, but, you know, Vibes Cartel answered that same question by, you know, asking if there was a lot of regret. He admitted that his career was affected by going to jail, or prison actually, for 13 years. But you know what he said? He felt that it was a divine intention or order by God. He felt that most likely the path he was going on, he probably would have died. You know? I'm wondering if Thug like has those thoughts. Clearly, he's not gonna say it here, but I mean, if Thug was moving around like he was a fucking mob boss, getting people potentially knocked off this and third, no man's untouchable. Like you never know when somebody could have tried to do something to him. I wonder if he processes it like that, or he just looks at it on the surface to be like, "Yo, I'm bigger than jail." Because that's like, I don't know if that's rapper arrogance or 2020 hindsight that now you got out and you had a favorable judge who fucks with you. Maybe you really think you were really bigger than that whole process and you're pompous about it. I don't think that would be his demeanor. I don't think so. We'll find out.
For you to like show me something, why you just can't tell? I guess I was just hard-headed. And I think I love people so much to the point where the only thing that'll make me not love you anymore or just like dislike you is like betrayal. Like real life betrayal when life is dependent on it.
Is that something you felt like was happening?
Betrayal happen every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know that. I mean, you gotta ask. I feel betrayed. I feel fucking jaded. Like, it's crazy.
Does it feel good to be standing here right now then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To be out.
Like, you knew you were gonna see that again.
Absolutely. I would like talk on the phone with my lawyer and things, and he'll be like, he got like houses in the mountains and things. He'll show me all this, so I'll be still like kind of seeing the scenery. It was 2.5 years. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Going from this to like a jail cell is nuts.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. And then back to this.
Made it out.
Yeah. You may be constrained in what you can say and not say, but you ultimately did decide to plead guilty to 6 counts. That a difficult decision?
Absolutely. Just pleading guilty to something you know that you didn't do or that's not yours is crazy. But you get a chance to keep fighting and then worry about the juror's fate or you just go ahead now. Go home. It's like, shit, go home.
Still feels like the right decision now?
Yeah.
Are you like domestic? Are you in the house?
Yeah, for the most part.
Really?
My girl, she be...
Your girl's Mariah the Scientist, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all like on the couch watching shows?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Just like total domestic
Sometimes
bliss.
you gotta come get me from where I'm at though. Sometimes I don't want to go home. She's just like,
Oh, she gotta come grab you.
Right.
She was in court supporting you, right?
Yeah.
That must have meant something to you.
Absolutely.
There's this song on the record that is like so
I think they're talking about the album.
raw, where you guys are basically just singing to each other.
Yeah.
So confessional that I was like, I wonder if they.
I'm gonna skip past a little bit of this.
Feel forever, like come see, you know.
Yeah, although there's a great tradition of
Right.
songs about clothes and shoes too.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Sometimes you gotta do that too. I do that to like keep people up to par with what to wear.
Yeah.
So the young guys that's looking up to me that want to know what coat this is and what thermals these are, those guys could be like, oh, this what it is.
I do need to know what thermals those are. We're gonna need to know.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, all right. I accept. You mentioned your own new record earlier, UY Scooty. Did it feel the same as it felt before? Like when you came back and started doing it again, did it come easy? Did it come hard?
It came easy. I never lost it. Nothing. I never lost it. I
Never
wrote
lost
music in jail and like I just listen to music sometimes in court and like things like that. So I never like lost it. I was still up to par on like what was going on, you know.
Did it feel like making other records?
No, it's a whole different feeling for sure.
How so?
Cause you just like just in court fighting for your life. Now you like in the studio at home, surrounded by love and beats.
One thing I noticed about the record is you can really hear like every word. You hear your voice. It's like high in the mix. There's not a lot of effects. It's like the voice is right there. Was that deliberate? Was that something you thought about? Yeah.
I've told like my manager, I told G off like things like I just want to make music where you can actually hear me. Cause I always talk shit. I always talk that shit, but like sometimes you can't like hear it. Sometimes you're like, what he saying? You know? Yeah. So it's like now like I feel like I'm new. I feel like I'm a new artist. I feel like I just came in the rap game again. Another
thing I noticed about the record is, and I mentioned this song with Mariah the Scientist earlier, but it's a very confessional record. It's like you talk about your mom. You talk about your feelings about being in the news. You talk about crying on like more than one song. It's like very raw. Did you set out to do that? Or is that just what happened when you kind of... It's always natural. When I record, it's always just like natural. Like however you feeling. Some days I might just feel happy and I just make like lit songs. Some days I just be like, not so happy. It's funny that you say that because there was like a part of me that walked away and I was like, this is kind of a record about being rich and sad. But maybe that's just my takeaway and I'm not right. Yeah. I don't think I speak about like being rich, like enrichment in the song. Yeah. I think you just think that I'm rich. And then I'm making a sad song. So I'm like, he's sad. You're like, damn, he's rich and sad. A big family, I know you guys are close. Yeah. Are you still around them? Absolutely. Well, I say, because if I understand correctly, tell me if I'm wrong, that like part of your probation is you can't go home, right? You can't go back to Atlanta? Yeah. Only for like certain things. Only for certain things? Yeah. Do you miss it? Atlanta? Yeah. Yeah. It's home. Yeah. Sometimes. I was already out of Atlanta before this case. Though. Oh, really? Yeah, I lived in LA. Like fully in LA? Yeah. Okay. Since like 2017. So you don't really feel like you're in exile or anything? Yes. You do? Absolutely. Well, if you can't go back, then I guess by definition, right? Can't go home. It's crazy. What does that feel like? It just feels like abuse. Before all this happened, I think Atlanta was like the center of rap culture. Do you think it still is? Absolutely. Yeah. We create the wave. You got other places that's popping for sure. Like everybody's popping now. Yeah. But like everybody still like sound like Atlanta or like move to Atlanta or rap about Atlanta. It's like you got artists from a whole other place rapping about Atlanta. Even if you're not there, I assume you still feel like one of the kind of leaders of that scene, that city. Yeah. Yeah. One of the guys that plowed Atlanta into the rap industry. You would put yourself in that category? Absolutely. Yeah. Who else would you put in that category? Future, Savage, Lil Baby, Migos, Tip, Andre 3000, Gucci. That's the Mount Rushmore.
I was trying to think about who he doesn't like in Atlanta, and I guess it's only like Lucci and them. Thug has kind of become like other than obviously his feud with YF and Lucci, he's become like, it's pretty much like an Atlanta ambassador damn near.
Rushmore right there.
Absolutely. We got a lot of kings in Atlanta.
Have you kept up with like rap in general? What do you think of the current like state of the art?
I'm a musician, so I don't think no music is bad or nothing is like wrong. Everything is just fire.
Well, it feels like when you were away, it was sort of dominated by this like Drake Kendrick thing, you know?
Yeah, for most of it.
Which I don't know if you have like a side in that. Atlanta kind of even got dragged in by Kendrick, which was an interesting.
Yeah. He just like spoke on people's name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. But I'm like a Drake fan.
Do you feel like it's like?
By the way, that was like a. You know, one thing I like about Thug, and maybe this is why he has this demeanor towards Gunna, and maybe that's why he probably is, moving the way he is and expects people around him to move like that, is that he don't like fencing. He doesn't like fencing, and I like that about him. He could have played it political there, right? There's two great artists. I don't really get into rap beefs and stuff. Yeah, I'm a Drake fan. I don't know why that nigga spoke on shit. Like, he doesn't have to go hard on Kendrick. But the reality is, Young Thug clearly is letting the message be known. Whatever Kendrick said about he ran to Atlanta to get a check balance and all that type of shit, shut your pussy ass up. That's basically what he's trying to say. And I like the fact that he's not fence-sitting because, I ain't gonna cap with you. Yachty, my mans. Yachty was fence-sitting a little bit early on when he was asked. When he was asked about the whole thing at first.
So many people kept like.
And by the way, this is the same question asked to Thug. You know what Thug says? Yo, I'm a Drake fan. I don't know why that guy spoke on people's names in Atlanta. Okay? He's clearly making it known, yo, we fuck with Drake. Okay? You don't got to get into the battle, don't got to get into the beef, but that's my guy. Drake's my guy. Yachty played it real political. And I love Yachty, but he did.
Calling me and texting me and like with excitement of like my name being used. And for me, it kind of just felt like, fuck. I really didn't want anything to do with it. I don't know. I again, I got a ton of respect for both of these guys. To be honest, I knew that my name was mentioned before it came out. I didn't hear the record, but I had got word that I was mentioned. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. It wasn't a surprise that I knew. So. So many people kept like calling me.
Okay, this
how hard was that?
It's a Thug thing.
Yes.
I guess all I'm saying is that
be better, but
I respect Thug for like actually having a POV and a side and be like, yo. And by the way, he should. What he's saying about Drake, he should say about Drake. Why? You were incarcerated. Drake gave you 2 features. He shot the video by himself. He was rocking with you. Again, you don't got to say fuck Kendrick, but like, I ain't gonna lie to you. One of the things that, won't say it determined the battle, but it was an indictment on all the friendships I think Drake has, is that the people who he so-called helped, none of them stood up to say, yo, whatever that battle is whatever the battle is, but that's my guy. He ain't no weirdo. He ain't no PDF. And to be honest with you, he's only helped us. A lot of people just kept quiet. So I kind of fuck with Thug for saying this.
For most of it.
Which I don't know if you have like a side in that. Atlanta kind of even got dragged in by Kendrick, which was an interesting.
Yeah. He just like spoke on people's name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. But I'm like a Drake fan.
Do you feel like it's like rap music in general is in a good place?
Yes. I think the numbers could be better, but yeah.
Oh, you mean like people could be selling more?
Yeah. I seen something about like the percentage in hip hop has like went down.
Oh, really?
I seen something like that when I was locked up. So.
Do you have a theory about why?
I think a lot of people like rapping about the same thing. And nobody's bringing like something that you can actually watch. You can enjoy the music and like enjoy the things that they do, but like we used to like make movies, I think now it's just like quick. You got to get back to like movies. Like got to get back to like to where like people respect it.
Why do you think they went away from that in the first place?
Because like it was just a big wave of like nothingness running the game. Like super simple videos, not really high price videos. Like that wave like came in really strong. So even the people that was doing high price videos, they started doing like regular videos because that's what was popping.
Yeah.
But I think now we did it so long to the point where we like comfortable with that and we don't want to do stuff like this no more that take time. Now we just like, man, let's just go ahead and shoot the video. Let's you know.
Yeah.
Instead of like a fucking day set, 2-day set, shit like that.
Yeah. What do you remember about like your early days as an artist when you think about those days now?
He's gonna touch on the Gunna thing. I gave you the spoiler already. He's gonna kind of dismiss it, but I'm trying to see if he says anything else. We have about like 5 or 6 more minutes of real shit.
Just like being happy and like free.
I've heard interviews where you talked about kind of bruising early encounters with the industry. Like your deal with Gucci was like kind of weird, right? Or like even Lior, I've heard you say like that started out kind of weird, right?
Yeah, because we just didn't know each other.
Yeah.
We ended up being like good friends, mentors.
Did you like hold those dealings against them, you know, later on?
When I was younger, yeah. Because I just didn't realize and recognize like people's point of view or way of hustling. Now I have some of those similar ways of hustling and points of view. So now it's just like, oh, okay. Even when we got cool, like me and Leo got super cool, like he my mentor. Like even when we got like super cool, like I still didn't understand some of the things he did that I felt like he did back then. But now just like growing older and like owning a record label and doing things like that, it's like, okay, cool.
It does seem like you made a point though with your label of maybe doing differently with artists than the way that people dealt with you.
Yeah, I don't be really like taking money from my artists and stuff like that. I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
I guess that's his own form of answer, huh?
You like to like plow?
I do, absolutely.
Deep into things?
Yeah. I'm a pro.
That whole speech you gave me earlier, like, yeah, I'm new to this shit. All this shit was just cap.
Oh, no, I'm new to the cameras.
Yeah, I thought that was... I'm going to give Thug credit for this. I'm going to give Thug credit for how he answered this question about Gunna. I think someone had to tap Thug on the shoulder recently to say, hey, bro, you street dudes who used to use the audience to shame artists, that shit's not effective. You need to get over it. And I do think Young Thug, with what we care about him with, he will be way more successful if he's not fixated on trying to get people to hate Gunna. They're not going to hate Gunna. The people who weren't involved in your case, the fans, they kind of look at Gunna as a cool dude. They look at him like he didn't do nothing wrong. He's not arrogant. He seems like a good guy. And what the internet has shown is that they value people who seem to have good character, comes off not necessarily wholesome, but comes off genuine, more than people who are these like street element guys who don't do shit. And this is why I think the internet won't turn on Gunna. And this is why I think Thug should not try to give fans reason to turn on him. It's okay to not like him, but the fans have clearly made up their mind. They like him for what they like him with. And you as an artist have to realize, yo, they like him for what they like him. They like you for what they like you for. Get over it. I think that answer is kind of him understanding that.
Yeah, I'm new to this shit. All this shit was just cap.
Oh, no, I'm new to the cameras. Interviewing.
Okay.
I'm not remotely new to.
Yeah. I thought you was going to lie because I saw you a few times interviewing.
Those are the only ones I've done on camera. Do you have bigger ambitions for the label or just in general kind of going forward?
Yeah, we just pushing positivity, and we just going for the gusto. We trying to like kill the whole rap game and just like do it big and just help people in general, help society, help the communities we from, and just like be just so great, you know?
We've been walking through this insane house and we have not commented on one single thing, but I feel like we have to at least note that there's a giant bear behind you.
Like, what is this about?
Are you a taxidermy man? Do you remember how you first started rapping?
Maybe like 9 years old.
Really? It's a long time though before you start making records, right?
What you mean? Like making songs?
Like putting out albums.
Oh.
Mixtapes.
Why do some people call albums records?
Which one is confusing? Album is record or a record is album?
A record is a song.
Okay.
Okay, record is a song.
An album is an album.
That's pretty much, I believe, the majority of the good things that's out of this interview. I'm glad that Thug's kind of moving around. I'm trying to watch this rollout. This rollout is going to be really interesting because we clearly want to hear. I'll tell you what I think we want to hear from Thug. We still want Thug to be popping his shit. We still want that, you know, him talking a little greasy, talking like he's in the field doing shit, which who knows, he might be, whatever. But we also want to hear about his experience of him getting incarcerated, and we want to see some growth and learning, right? And if he could bundle that into the right way into a project, I think that fans will be really into it. Now, if he comes off as like he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, and he's like, yo, no, I just want to use this to be like the streets is back, fuck all rats, I don't think that's the angle people want to hear, honestly. Obviously, if the music is hot enough, we want to hear anything. But I do think people don't want certain type of, like, they don't want certain type of rollout. If the rollout's about fuck these rats, I don't think that'll work. I think we want to hear a story, see a little growth. That'll, if you ask me, do it for him. Okay? All right. Okay. We'll leave that there for now. What else is going on? So,